prior to purchasing the Tipsy Bin, we always got the bulk bag from our local agri store, and I suppose we changed from that to getting the Tipsy Bin because the access of getting into the bag, trying to get a bucket of meal out was difficult, and also in relation to any vermin or birds, they had ease of access of getting into the bulk bag compared to the Tipsy Bin here where it's fully sealed and closed. So we fill the bin with meal for the cattle and it holds approximately 700 kgs, so it's very useful. As you can see from the video that we filled a bag that came from the local agri store into the Tipsy Bin, and it fits perfectly into the Tipsy Bin. So when moving it around the yard at the moment, we use the bale handler at the rear of the tractor, and that perfectly fits underneath the Tipsy Bin. However, word of warning, if you are using the front loader, it's very important that you set up the loader squeezers to the right width, and then once you slide it underneath the Tipsy Bin, do not squeeze in the loader to keep them at the same width all the time once they are set up perfectly. However, at the minute we don't move it around too much because the animals or the cattle are getting fed in the shed. We are looking forward to moving the cattle outdoors where we'll be creeping the calves outside, so we will be transporting the Tipsy Bin out to the field where it's close in proximity to the feeder out in the field. As the meal is fed, it moves towards the front of the bin where it tips forward, and I suppose the bin is always at a 3-foot height, which isn't that high. However, when it tips to the front, it goes to a 2-foot drop. So you're only ever lifting the meal from a 2-foot height, which is brilliant because it reduces any back difficulties, or anyone with a back problem has only a very low level to lift the bucket from. There's a lock-in component to it, so if you are leaving your bin out in the field, for example, and you are afraid of someone interfering with it, or if you're leaving your firewood or turf outside your house, there's a lock that you can place on the outside of it. It's only a simple component, but a very important component of the bin where you can lock it, and it leaves your meal or whatever you place into it secure and safe. Well, another reason why we love using the Tipsy Bin is when we are scooping out the meal, there's a lovely flat area to glide the bucket along, so there's no ribs in the way for the bucket. And also it's exceptionally easy to clean out, so you can just run your hose around it, you can place your hand even right around to try and wash it out, and also you just tip it over to one side and there's a hole where the water can easily get out of it, so you're not trying to tip it from side to side, trying to knock the water out of it. It's ease of getting out of it through the hole. And in general, when it isn't full, it is very easy to handle by yourself. It's very easily handled.